Down on Tagos, the only podcast
Wait, we should start the show with that.
Yeah.
Let's start the show with that. Are you recording?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Dan. Take it away.
It's WAP Talk. 1 hour of just trash with olive skin and good hair. Dude, if mobsters, the Italian mobsters, were Germanic or Irish, they'd just be straight up white trash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There'd be no cool movies.
Yeah.
No, there'd be no cool names for anything.
No.
They just like they're
You're
in big
welcome.
cities. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I say
I don't
thank
know,
you?
dude. It's not you're welcome. You guys stink.
I just want to say thanks for the movies.
Like,
Yeah, the movies.
Movies are great.
Yeah.
The only thing the mob is good for is movies
absolutely.
and rappers being inspired.
And beating up dinks at laundromats. Being like, give me $50 this month.
With fucking odd homemade weapons. Yeah,
Well, also style, you know?
No,
That
never.
style stinks.
I think it looks good.
It was good for 5 years.
I think you can be 5 years old, you can be 80 years old, and it looks
Same
good either
outfit.
way.
Yeah, they dress you. They always dress you like toddlers.
Yeah.
They're like, "You excited to see a Goomba Mama
Your
Goomba?"
first communion every day.
Every day. Be afraid of the Lord, but then also break all his rules.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We're talking to Dan Soder and Shane Gillis, and I want to share a story with you guys. I saw this. There's an Instagram I follow called Embracing Black Culture,
Okay.
and
I follow that.
You do?
No.
Okay. Well,
Whoa.
I reject it sternly because I'm a wop.
there
The
was
first question I ask you on a date is, have you ever dated a black guy?
You ever dated a black? You ever been with a Moulignan?
Because if you have, this plane is immediately grounded.
I'll fuck you, but that's it.
you check her phone and see if she's following Embracing Black Culture
Yeah,
on
you see
Instagram.
it. You go, do you
Yeah.
follow World Star?
Yeah, how does the
Right.
modern wop adjust?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Why
check
do they-
your followers.
But this lady, Natasha Tynes, tweeted, when you're on your morning commute and see at WMTA in uniform eating on the train, I thought we were not allowed to eat. This is unacceptable. Hold WMTA responsible. When I asked the employee about this, her response was, worry about yourself.
Yeah. Welcome to New York.
Yeah, well, this is in D.C., where you're not allowed to eat on their metro.
You're not allowed to eat on our metro either, but we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who was the one telling him to not eat? Was that a honky lady?
It was a Palestinian woman.
Oh, they're the worst.
Wait, she was the one. Wait, was she
I
the
love
one?
Jews.
Really?
I hate Palestine.
Yeah,
dude.
Shane's pretty pro-Israel. You're not going to get him to move.
Why don't you like about
They need to
Palestine?
quit their bitching, dude. That
Shane-
shit got settled. That's it.
Shane's
Your land
real-
got settled. It's
Shane's
theirs
real
now.
name is Shane Netanyahu.
Right.
You don't know this, but he
Yeah,
comes
you're
from a
one state.
powerful Israeli family.
No, in seventh grade, I started listening to Modest Yahoo, and since then
okay.
I've loved the state of Israel. Israel.
You're a big T-state guy. I
Yeah,
got you.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's great. Modest Yahoo just got a bunch of kids to go super pro-Israel.
I love,
He
dude.
goes,
Yeah.
are you familiar with our history? Maybe a
Yeah.
little Modest Yahoo?
So excited.
Yeah, it's that and getting fingered on birthright. And
Yeah.
they got you forever.
The embassy in Jerusalem is like my favorite thing the
Really?
current administration has done. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But don't you think?
Pro is.
But
Love the is,
but
dude.
I mean, Palestinians, they're like oppressed, you know.
They're like the wops of the Middle East,
They're
dude. Just greasy
They just
fucking
can't
trash
figure it
people.
out.
Is there Palestinian mob?
Definitely.
There's
Yeah.
a rock taped to the
Hamas.
back of a toilet. You're going to go in there, you're going to pull that rock off. You make the hit, you walk out.
Hit a guy in the arm with a rocket.
Oh,
Send a rocket. Fire a missile at him.
and then watch a fucking land-to-air missile just rock your neighborhood.
What, are they throwing rocks again?
Yeah.
Bring out
yeah.
the tanks.
Dude, that's the best escalation.
Yeah.
The Palestinian-Israel escalation where they're like, what did they do? They go, a tank drove by a
kite.
street of all Palestinians, and I think someone threw a can. They go, yeah, it's calling an airstrike.
yeah.
Then the IDF guys on the radio like, "Oh, we are very safe." And, yeah.
Everyone go inside. The guy's got that pretty mean curveball.
Oh, man. That's true. You never think about that. The MLB should be fucking scouting Palestine.
That's an old Joey Gay
That's
joke.
a Joey Gay
Is
joke,
it? I'm
yeah.
gay.
Old
I'm gay for clearly a hack premise that I thought was new.
I mean, I used it. I'm just as
True.
hack. I
Gay for
tainted this whole
Palestine.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's get back to talking about wops.
We are talking wops.
My ex-girlfriend who's Italian when I jokingly say that because it's clearly a joke, she always be like, "Can you not
Shut up.
It gives a real negative outlook on Italian Americans.
Yeah, it's hurtful.
And you go, you know what else does? Murdering people and putting them in the East River.
Strangling people with ropes from the back seat all the time.
Nobody
Knock it
wants to
off.
kill anybody though. It just
Yes, you
happens that
do.
you're doing business.
Yes, you
and-
do. You are a bloodlust people.
Just doing business.
Italians are like, hey, you know, like look at what the Jews do. The Jews don't murder; they just cripple you fiscally.
Yeah.
Italians
Whoa.
are like,
oh, hot take, Soder.
well, I'm just saying, they're like this.
Look at what the Jews do. Cripple
I
us.
respect the shit out of that. I respect someone that's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to affect your bottom dollar. That's terrifying. That's how you buy food and shit. But Italians just are like, the Italian mobsters are like, what did you say? Disrespect? You're dead. I have to kill you. What?
I just every time. I mean, this is the second time I've done this show, and both times as soon as I sit down, I'm just like, fucking wops just stink, dude.
That's all right. We got different perspectives.
Yeah,
you know?
they are-
There's some.
different perspectives here. That's. I mean, that's.
Would
like,
you
I
agree,
could-
though? Would you agree that there's a penchant for violence?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah. After a year and a half of doing the show, it's a pretty bad way to live your life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need a year and a half to do that. What's funny is the last episode I was on, we talked about the Denver mob, and I was like,
Oh,
that's
nice.
that's not a place you can bring the mob, because
Yeah.
they're like, here we have a certain structure, and they're like, here's what's going to happen. I got about 15 boys that all fought in the army. We're going to come down here and kill all you damn guineas. If you ain't gone in there like this, all right, just a little bit of town. It's like, you can't fucking mob.
We're gonna have one apartment.
Yeah, it's like, you can't mob up cowboys.
Yeah, true.
You just can't go out there.
That's
They're like,
yeah, they're
do you know what we've been dealing with for the
Yeah.
last 100 years?
savages.
Yeah, men
I thought genocide mean you.
Yeah,
We've
you
been
know how hard
committing
it is to-
genocide out here for well over a century.
Listen, buddy, I've been clearing. Me and my folks have been clearing this field for over 100
you think you're
years.
the first olive skin motherfuckers?
You're lucky you're wearing a suit, or I would have shot on sight.
Yeah, I mean, they were dealing with dudes with axes. You think they're afraid of some wops?
Threatening to blackjack them.
Some fucking
I'll
hook
smack
nosed
you-
dagos
Whoa,
coming in here.
whoa.
Fuck them.
All right, you guys made your point. Anyway,
Sorry.
we can talk about something else, I guess.
I love the culture.
I guess
What a
I
quality
guess you're right.
talking about Jews.
I love the culture. I've been to Italy. It's more than just, you know.
You been
we're
to
talk-
Italy?
This is the trash we're talking about. These are the violent criminals.
That came over here.
They came over here and just desecrated
Our great country.
the land that the Native Americans should still own.
But what
You didn't
if
see that
lost-
flip coming. You didn't see that flip coming.
They lost it fair and square.
No, they didn't.
They lost it real fair and
Nah,
square.
dude, too many treaties signed and broken.
Shane really is like he's got a lot of bad ideas, but he's charismatic and he sells them well.
No, he's-
He could really start like
Shane
a,
is
some
a
kind of
legit
cult
cult
or
leader.
something.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just gonna say that he is
Yeah.
a cult leader.
Yeah,
He's a dude where he could get you to rob a bank,
yeah.
but then everyone would flip on him when they realized that he tricked everyone.
If I got someone to
You
rob
could-
a bank, it would be like that Evil Genius documentary.
yeah,
Where it's like I just made one guy get his head blown off. They're like, "What the fuck was the point of this whole thing?" I was like, "I don't know. I was just trying
bored.
shit. I don't know
You
what
get
I'm
hard,
doing."
yeah.
just sitting in a fucking break
Get
room.
hard.
Yeah, but you sent us the a documentary.
So let me just say, so this lady, this Palestinian lady though, who
Oh, yeah.
snitched, as they do, she snitched on this black woman, and it looks like she had a book deal with some publisher, and they pulled it, they took it away.
Yeah. Because she snitched?
Because she snitched.
Because she was like, look what they're doing. And they're
Yeah.
like, you don't get a book.
Yep.
You're
I
not
don't
an
know.
adult.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this thought, but it's funny that like the left has pushed so hard to be like Palestinians are great. Fuck is they actually are like anti-Israel, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But then it's
There's a lot of
also-
money behind Israel.
I
though.
don't know the politics. I know you're a commie. I forget that you're a commie sometimes because you're a WAP.
Fucking
It
educated
counteracts.
piece of shit.
Right.
Although WAP's had some commies.
Yeah, Mussolini?
Yeah. No, Moose Dog was a pure fascist.
Yeah.
Elite fascist. dude.
Elite top
That's the
level.
only WAP I support. Is the Moose Dog coming in the bars.
The moose.
El Duce.
Yeah, he does have a lot of good ideas.
When
but yeah.
Mussolini takes the podium, moose. He's like, kill everyone that just said that.
He's a charismatic dude though.
Yeah.
Moose Dog. Anyway, forget that thought.
All right. Well, I figured today we could talk about the Colombo Wars that happened in the early '90s. I had
The
you guys watch it.
breadstick wars.
The Colombo War, so it just sounds funny. It's like, just one last thing. I was leaving here, And I noticed. You're like, wait, the Colombo the detective started a war? Yeah, the Colombo crime family. I live with Mike Vecchione, and he walked out of his room while I was watching this, and he's like, oh, you're watching. He knew everybody.
Yeah.
He knew everything that happened.
Yeah.
He was like, man, you guys, you know who loves the mob? Italians who aren't in the mob. Love it.
And the ones who are in the mob, too.
Yeah, they died.
Yeah, well, they have to. They have to like it because they're constantly selling it like gym memberships.
Right.
They're like, it's great. There's so many great things you could do here.
You get pussy. You get murdered in your early 30s.
Do you want to carry a gun in your suit? Do you want to tell your son about love and then have it ripped away when you were inevitably killed or put in prison? Do you like lots of carbohydrates? Do you like a diet that is guaranteed to give you reflux?
I do shit on the Wops, but I am a fan of Irish Mafia.
Really?
I'm always cheering for them, and they always lose to the Wops.
They do. They're not good.
They're not good. Like Bugsy Moran, I was a big fan of them. I was a big fan of what they were doing against,
What do Irish
Capone.
mobsters do with their money, though? It doesn't seem like there's
they
any.
Squander it on diners and fucking.
They open bars.
They really do. They open bars and they drink it away.
Yeah.
I'd probably say that's
There's a
probably
lot
the
of
most
Irish pubs.
That's what I
There's
mean.
a ton of Irish pubs still churning.
Well, are they churning? Are
Well,
they in
they
the
break
black?
even.
They're steaming right along.
Yeah, they go. We picked an entire industry that keeps us in our head.
$5 Coors Lights.
Yeah, fuck. College kids get in here to get pissed. Just fucking throw up all over the place.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, dude. I think the Colombo crime family, though, this story that you sent us,
Yeah.
it's a 22-minute documentary that could have been 5 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Someone killed my daddy.
And then I went to his house and cried in my car. And then I told on him.
I told on him because you killed my daddy, and now everyone's dead. Fuck you. My ball, I go home.
Man, you guys are disrespectful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, I'm sorry. I know you're trying to start this fucking
I don't
podcast,
care.
and we
Go ahead.
keep talking.
Yeah.
How can you be so pro? You're a commie that's also pro.
I don't think I'm really
Murder.
pro. I don't think I'm really
Well,
pro.
I guess most commies are pro murder. They end up
yeah.
being very pro, like killing fields.
Well,
and,
Shane brought up a good point. We were on a Real podcast, and I was like, "Hey, isn't it better to pay workers more because then you get better quality of work?" And then, like, I'm like, "Oh, if some dirtbag shows up at your house," and then he was like, "Well, where's the dirtbag going to work?" And I'm like, "You're right. I guess we have to genocide them."
Well, you do have to genocide them.
So
Yeah.
killing fields.
That's what happens.
So he likes the
That's
mob.
what happens every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get him. You got to sit in the back seat of his '03 Corolla
Yeah.
and just get him with the
You
fucking
but
wire.
He's got to be in the passenger seat. He can't be in the driver's seat. That's the kill shot. We
Gotta-
go.
Right.
He goes, no, you sit in front. You sit in front. Listen, we're a little light on work. He's like,
Right.
so the
yeah,
Colombo crime family.
So the Colombo. So in the 90s there was this war. So Carmine Persico was in prison. He was the acting boss, and then this guy Vic Arena was running the family. This guy Bill Cutolo Jr. was a captain in the Colombo family.
So
And
was
then
he the same level as the guy that was running it, or he was because the guy running it was the
he
underboss, right?
Was the underboss? Yeah,
Okay,
but he
so-
was sort of like acting boss when Carmine Persico was in jail. And then Cutolo Sr. He's a guy. He's a street guy. He's respected.
Wild
He's got
Bill.
Wild Bill.
Why do they call him Wild Bill? Because he was just fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think so. He killed a bunch of people. That's what Cutolo said in the documentary. He was like, my dad said, or he was like, my dad was there because sometimes you got to hurt people.
Dude,
and by hurt people, I mean put them down.
I read Roy DeMeo's son's book
Yeah.
called Sins of My Father, and like the murder machine in Brooklyn at the fucking what was
Yeah,
that? What was the
yeah,
place
yeah.
that they cut up the bodies?
Oh, I think some lounge
the
in
Diamond
Ozone Park.
Lounge.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was
Yeah.
something like that, and it was just like this guy fucking drained bodies. They called this one guy Dracula because he would drain the bodies, then hack them up and scatter the pieces so they didn't get caught. It was Roy
How
DeMeo.
do you scatter him?
I don't know, just
Like
like this.
Shawshank, dropping him out of his pants pocket, just walking around the yard,
No.
just walking around
I
the
think,
neighborhood.
I think he did a
Just
full
dehydrated
frisbee
human.
throw.
Yeah, it was like super methodical. There was some bar where they dismembered like 200 people or
Fuck,
something.
what was Gemini Lounge?
Yeah, that's
Gemini
right.
Lounge.
Now it's a
Gemini
black
Lounge.
church.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Even worse.
but they
This neighborhood really changed a lot.
Yeah.
you know that they used to drip dry dead snitches in the back there, and they go, "Well, the Lord take them."
Now it's a bunch of Mulignans worshiping the Lord.
There's definitely wops in that neighborhood
damn
that
it.
are like, this used to be a great
This used to
place.
be-
Now it's
This
a
is
church.
This was
They
all
want
a
to murder
story.
people here.
This used to be a murder church. This was our church
And
for
now these
murder.
blacks are in there promoting goodness. I don't like it.
Oh God, I gotta go change my sweatpants.
They're also
to more
probably-
socially acceptable sweatpants.
They're also probably jealous because black people like enjoying church.
Yeah.
It's not like a
Oh,
Catholic
yeah,
mass where it's,
Yeah, they're like just singing and praising, and they're like, "Oh, you should be miserable. That's why people died in there."
Yeah.
But when you read Roy DeMeo's son's book, you know, like Sons of Gangsters always do this thing where they're like,
Yeah.
"My father was the sweetest man in the world, and one day he looked at me and said, 'Son, sometimes you have to hurt people.' But I know he didn't like it. Yeah, he did. He was a piece of shit. He murdered a lot of people. On a certain level, he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's like this guy. They're talking about Wild Bill. And in the documentary, he's like, I knew my father hurt people, but I knew a different father. And you're like, well, your dad's the same guy. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. But you have people in your family like that where it's like you kind of know they're pieces of shit, but they're nice to you.
I
and
don't
you
have
feel
one
like a
person in
loyalty
my
to-
family that's like that.
Everyone's
No.
great.
No, they are pieces of shit, but they're not murdering people.
Yeah.
I hear what you're
grandma's-
saying.
My grandma's a piece of shit, but my brother wrote a Facebook post recently where he kind of threw her under the bus, and I was just like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
You
you
know?
don't disrespect
How about
the
some
family.
loyalty?"
How about a little bit of loyalty on
fuck's
the
the matter with
Facebook?
She's the goddamn matriarch.
You're gonna disrespect your
Oh, my
grandmother on
God.
the Facebook?
Imagine how many Facebook wars were started in Italian families. Woo! Cooking, that's pouring gas on fire.
Italian Facebook must be
You
incredible.
don't kill a lot of
my
fire
mom-
emojis.
Italian?
Yeah,
Italian.
It's my favorite way to say it.
That's
When I was dating my ex-girlfriend,
They hate it.
Oh, dude, my 92-year-old grandmother, who's from Muskogee, Oklahoma. We were just sitting at the Thanksgiving table, and
Boomer sooner.
she goes, Dan is seeing an Italian. And I was like, whoa,
Yes.
whoa, what a take me back.
Yes.
Woo, take me back. What an old racist way to say that.
Yeah, I was performing in St. Louis one time, and I was talking to this guy, and I was like, "Do you like Italians?" And he was like, "Well, my grandmother always said usually when someone did something bad in the paper, there was a vowel at the end of their name."
A valid,
Yeah, man.
What a great concept.
Such a
You're like, I could solve this
form of
crime.
racism.
Right.
Yeah, man, old school 50s racists. You would think it would be opposite. You'd think they'd be more subtle with racism now, but in the 50s they had, I mean, they were pretty blatant with a lot of it, but I'm saying like that kind of stuff where they just kept it in the speech.
More practice.
Is there a vowel in their last name?
Well, I mean, think about the fucking Midwest that these guys grew up in. It was just wops running wild, dude.
Crazy.
Capone, all those fucking wops out there going nuts.
Shooting, killing.
Just,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so they probably had a reason to not like him.
Yeah. But this documentary about Bill Cutolo Jr.
That is how we got into the middle class, though.
is what, the mob?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
What about the hard work and determination of honest men?
What about good
I
restaurants?
don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one.
You guys really changed the service industry. You know? You really made it about the diner.
Right.
Look at the Greeks. They just came in there and were treating their patrons like shit.
Yeah.
You ever gone to a diner? It's like the DMV of food.
Yeah, there's that one
Yeah.
right up the
there's
street.
Lucky
I don't even know what those people are.
Italians
They never have
come in,
fucking hash browns. It's always
Italians.
French fries. I get eggs with French fries every time I'm there.
Italians are kissing you on both of your cheeks. They're asking if you need more. It's the opposite of Greek diners.
Greeks are disgusting.
Greeks, though, they do make like pretty much every kind of food at their diners, though. You got to respect that.
Where's Frank?
I don't know.
He's up to something.
Frankie, good boy.
I'm sure he's fine.
Frankie, are you mad we're calling your dad's people's wops?
See, you disrespected him.
Yeah, he's in the
He can
room.
pick
He's
up on
furious.
disrespect.
I don't want him to piss on my bed.
He's not gonna piss on your bed. He's a
You
good
might.
dog.
Go ahead. Well, anyway, so in June 1988, Bill Jr. graduates from community college. His father, he said, "My father's so proud. I never saw that side of him before." So that's like a big deal when you're a criminal and your
The
kid.
first one to graduate
your
college.
He did say that
Yeah.
in the documentary. He's like, I graduated college. It was great. I didn't know it was community college.
Yeah.
Can you even graduate community college?
Yeah, is there a ceremony
No, I
for
think they
that?
just
or-
fiscally let you go.
What do
I
they
think you
give
stop
you?
paying a bill.
You don't
you,
get.
you can still show up to throw dice on the
Yeah.
campus.
Do you even get a bachelor's degree?
No, you don't. You
I
get an
guess
associates.
Yeah,
Associates.
got the
It's too-
associates.
You got the AA.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it sound like he graduated from
I
Dartmouth.
know.
From Dartmouth. He's like, then I graduated college, which was a big deal in my family, so I immediately went to street crime.
I immediately returned to exactly the garbage I came from.
I basically pissed away 2 years of learning the streets, which I would have learned some code of conduct that would inevitably stop me from doing what I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So his father was like, "What do you want to do?" And then he was like, "I want to do what you did, Dad. I want to." So he starts working for the Colombo family.
What was he doing as
soldier.
he was just a soldier?
I think he was just like a low level.
Is he
guy.
one of those kids that like he just decides he wants to be in, and because his dad's a vicious murderer, they're like, hey, just induct him in. Where there's a guy that grew up on the streets that had no connections, that worked his ass off, that was a good earner.
Yeah, it's like a dad's baseball team. He's like a head coach.
It's just complete fucking nepotism.
I think so.
That's what's wrong with the mob. It was all nepotism.
Yeah.
You have these shit kids
that
come in, and what happens when you bring a shit kid into the mob? They fucking stool pigeon.
Rat. Yeah.
They fucking rat these fucking rich kids. These rich fucking kids can't handle it.
Yeah.
Because they can't, because they're raised in nice houses with columns outside, because your people love columns in the front of their buildings.
They do love columns.
Well, how do you get the house to be held up?
Yeah, you go. Structurally, listen, I come from cabin culture. We're all wood planks, Lincoln logs.
There was an episode of Shark Tank one time when Barbara Corcoran refused to invest in these kids because their dad founded GameStop, and she was like, "I don't invest in with rich kids."
Really?
Yeah. So there's probably other guys out there who are like just working their asses off, hustling child pornography or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're just
selling it out of their trunk, working day and night,
beating up anybody that owns a vending machine.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of low end grabs you do. I'm thinking of side missions on Warriors on the Warriors video game on PlayStation 2.
Beat up a vending machine owner, he just explodes like Sonic. All the fucking coins he collected.
Got my coins. Grab it. Those are from all the Kit Kats.
Give me those nickels.
No, I'm an earner.
Yeah.
I'm an earner.
Yeah, roll up the body and then roll up the coin.
The nepotism is probably outside of murder the biggest problem with the mob. Nepotism just soils the product you have.
Yeah. There's never, because we did an episode on fail sons. There's never like a son who does as well as his dad.
No,
because it's almost like you get to that point, you're self-made, and then you give your family a good life, and they don't appreciate it.
They don't. Well, he also doesn't know. Like whenever you hear stories of like successful mobsters, there's always that story of their childhood where they're like, we'd eat one piece of bread for 6 kids. I'd sleep on my brother because he was warmer than the floor.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. He's like, by the time I was 19, I learned taking a guy's life ain't that big of a deal when you get some hot soup at the end of it. And then by the time he's fucking 30, he's like, I was a crime boss in the Ginolo family. And you're like, yeah, you fucking, your life was miserable where murder was better than your
paid him in soup.
Murder was better than your shitty life.
Yeah.
So you murdered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this kid, this fucking dork who's going to a community college.
Right.
Dude, your dad's a gangster. You can't even get into a SUNY. You fucking moron.
And there's got to be some of these people, it's like they probably don't even want to live that badly anyway. They're just like, all right, I can kill somebody so I can survive.
You know, Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman, when you fucking talk about that dude, that guy watched his dad beat his brother to death in front of him. So he was like, I don't care about death. It's nothing to me. So him taking a life, he was like, fucking, what do you got back there? What are you doing back there? Man, I need a dog. I love dogs. Are you the bed bug dog?
Oh yeah, you're so scared of those bed bugs.
Yeah, I'm scared.
I know that's gonna get pinned on me.
Frankie. Okay. Yeah, so Bill Cutolo, that's what I'm saying with Wild Bill.
Right. So Bill Sr. gives his son some advice. He says, when you kill one guy, 2 come back. When you kill 2, this is kind of confusing, but
wait, the math of it?
When you kill one guy, 2 come back. When you kill 2 guys, 4 come back. When you kill 4 guys, 8 come back.
Yeah, what happens when you kill 8 guys?
Well, really what you have to do is put all your enemies on a train and have them gassed. Like it's
that's the lesson he does.
Yeah, that's WAP times tables. That's how young WAPs are taught math at a young age.
They have flashcards of little heads with their skulls exploded. They go, when you kill this many, how many comes back? And they go, 4 paisans, 8 paisans, 16 paisans. Now, how many people were killed if 144 Mulians are coming to your house? You go,
oh no,
12. And you go,
How many moolies?
Yeah, he goes, that means I killed 12 of
I'm
their
not ready for long
dads.
division.
Yeah. Good job. Now you're a real earner.
That's gonna be tough when you get to the moles. Because each one of them equals 3/5.
Now
we're talking fractions.
I don't want to do math, Daddy. I want to do human trafficking with you.
Bottom line.
So funny.
All right. Well, you guys are right.
No, I mean, I feel bad.
You're right.
No, but it was like that whole like you could tell that this dude Bill Cutolo was a fucking murderer.
Yeah,
was just a fucking crazy son of a bitch.
mm-hmm.
And then his son just sucks. He's got in the documentary his teeth are too white. He's all tan.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, my life's pretty good. What do you guys want to talk about? My father being strangled in the front seat of a car?
And when I found his body?
But isn't that kind of the point of doing this? It's so your kids can do something
kid can
better.
be a giant pussy.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. They saw him cry on TV.
He cried on the
cry
the Discovery Channel.
Yes, your dad was a cold-blooded killer. Hey, your pussy ass is crying.
You're crying right before Deadliest Catch.
What are you doing?
Deadliest Catch was on next. I saw your son crying. God forbid.
He goes, God bless. God bless. Bill's up there. I hope he doesn't have Discovery in heaven. His
Wild
son,
Bill and his son Crying Bill.
Crying Bill.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Yeah. Hey, Crying Bill's in here. Hey, someone give him his phone. He likes to call the cops. Yeah, they should just, instead of murder, you guys should just incessantly bust balls like the Irish.
Yeah.
That's how they get in front of themselves. They just bust each other their balls so much that they're like, I don't even want to do this. Fuck this. Let's drink. Let's drink. This sucks.
Right.
But you have vast knowledge of the mob.
Well, a little bit.
Nah, you know. You're good.
Is it always the kids that fuck it up?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, John Gotti's dad was a day laborer who he resented him for being poor, and
but John Gotti didn't fuck it up. John Gotti, he didn't fuck up the whole mob. He just got caught.
Yeah,
and his son,
yeah.
Did his son fuck it up?
He didn't fuck it up.
Did
but I
he
guess
fucking
do
damage to the name?
Maybe a little bit.
Was it not because
he
of his
was still
son
alive.
that John Gotti had to take the fucking charges, right?
I think so. Yeah, I can't think of any instance where there's a son who did better than the.
Yeah, maybe in the old
There's
days.
no Ken Griffey Juniors.
None.
Like our grandpa,
No Steph
like the
Curry.
There's no Barry
grandpa,
Bonds.
the 1930s.
It's like Richard Pryor's
40s,
kids do stand up.
You can't.
Yeah.
Would I be a lights out bartender? Probably.
Yeah, true.
Would my kid be a good stand up? Definitely not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Not unless I blow my brains out
I
in
could be
front
a
of him.
good bookie.
Yeah.
Did you had a bookie?
Yeah, he was a bookie for a while, yeah.
That's awesome.
He had to get out because it got too real. Somebody skipped on a couple $1,000s and he was like, I got to either attack this guy or quit.
That's when you call an Italian.
That's when you got to call a good wop. He was just down at the Elks Club doing it for fun and somebody ripped him off.
That's so funny. I go, who the hell's calling me? Is that Phil? Tell him I said suck my dick. The spread was too thin.
You call an 11-year-old Italian kid to
he goes,
take care of him.
Mr. Gillis, I understand. There's a problem here.
He go, where are you from?
I'm from Hershey.
Oh, baby.
I got drove in. I'm a real bad boy. I don't do my homework.
He's just going to go nut tap this guy. All right, I'll pay you.
Huh, pussy?
He has someone sit on his chest and he typewriters you.
Gonna pay?
Anyway, so the Colombo Wars are happening, and so Cutolo Sr. Do you guys know about Greg Scarpa?
No.
He was one of Carmine Persico's top lieutenants. He was a guy who they called him the Grim Reaper. I think this is at the point in his life where he's dying of AIDS.
Oh, so he looks like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
That's got to be a weird nickname to walk into. You go, you're the Grim Reaper. I don't think it's going to end good. I don't think you're going to look cool before you die.
Oof.
Yeah, but he was sort of playing both sides of this war, Greg Scarpa.
I think that's how he got AIDS.
You think?
Playing both sides?
Right.
Oh, did he go to the other side's bathhouse?
He went to the other side
That's
and got
right.
AIDS.
Stay clean, everybody.
A little bit of the AIDS.
What do you got? You got on AIDS?
Well, you know what happened? You know how he got it? He insisted, because he had to get a blood transfusion, and he insisted that his blood come from one of his guys because he was worried about getting Moulignon blood.
That's so
God.
funny that
And he got it.
racism gave him AIDS.
And he got AIDS anyway.
That's not how he got AIDS. That's how he told everyone he got AIDS.
Well, no,
For
he,
sure. He
His Filipino lover,
wasn't
Henry.
a blood transfusion. No one got AIDS from blood transfusion.
right.
Every gay dude got AIDS from a blood transfusion.
There was a significant amount.
toilet seats, yeah.
Yeah, there's a significant amount of AIDS victims that blamed it on blood transfusions, toilet seats, and hugging.
Yo, if I fucked a guy and got AIDS and they'd be like, how'd you get AIDS? I'd be like,
Oh, boy.
blood transfusion.
I go, yeah. You can get it that way? I go, I got it from hugging. Just closet. I'm even more
Black dude
closeted.
sneezed on the train and now I got AIDS.
I don't know. Some gay guy winked at me. You sure you didn't have sex with him?
You didn't butt fuck a guy?
Hardcore anal sex where he tore my rectum? Impossible.
No.
I was at the gym. Someone sneezed into my asshole.
Yeah.
Right in there.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy out there. It's
Yeah.
just crazy out there. Let's not talk about this. It's crazy out there.
So anyway, so Cutolo tries to kill Scarpa. He fails. So eventually the war dies down. The Persicos are decided the winners, and Cutolo is forgiven for siding with for taking the wrong side. Then 6 years. So they wait 6 years. And then one day, Bill Jr., him and his father, they have a little routine every Wednesday.
They suck each other's dick in the Cadillac. I do you,
They
you
suck,
do me.
they suck Greg Scarpa's dick.
Yeah.
Wait, is Scarpa still alive? Because wait,
No, he died in like the 90s.
Wait,
yeah.
was Scarpa the guy they sided with?
No, he was on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So Scarpa was against the Cutolos.
The Cutolos.
And they sided with the Cutolos because Scarpa's got AIDS, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, this is AIDS in the 90s?
Yeah.
That's fast moving AIDS.
Yeah, I'm siding with the other team. It's like that guy's clearly got like fucking 1 week.
Yeah, you go.
Right.
Your quarterback's playing.
It's been 1 week since Scarpa got AIDS. He died and then his capos left him. It's been 1 week since the AIDS got him.
Oh my god, it's a hit.
Bare naked ladies are like, that's what we based it off of. So Scarpa was going against who?
He was going against the Arena faction that the Cutolos were. The Cutolos were backing Arena because Arena was more of a business guy. He was less violent, and they thought they would,
So they're
make
trying to
more
be
money.
decent.
And the boss is in prison, so they
So the
figured that
Cutolos
Arena
backed the wrong guy,
They
and then,
backed the wrong
the
guy.
Grim Reaper, who has AIDS,
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
And then you go, son of a bitch.
The AIDS guy
Yeah.
won?
Fuck.
The AIDS guy won, huh?
I go, dude,
So-
you're not going to believe this.
So also this guy, the Grim Reaper, he was an FBI informant for like 30 years. And so the whole time during this war, there's this FBI agent, Linda Vecchio, who's giving him the names of like people on the other side, giving him names and addresses
So
of the
she's
people that
tipping
he wants.
everyone off. She's tipping him off to everyone that sided it.
It's a guy.
It's a guy.
Named Lynn.
Oh, well, there you go.
Now I've seen everything.
Lynn. I thought you called him Linda.
Me too.
Oh, okay. No, Lynn DeVecchio.
Listen,
Yeah.
Linda.
Yeah.
Listen,
You ever seen the video of that little kid?
No.
Linda.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Just type in Linda Cupcakes. Listen, it's one of the greatest videos of all time. He was just feeding the Grim
Scarpa.
Reaper,
Yeah.
Scarpa, all the information, so he could just basically pick off everybody.
Yeah. He
What a
got like
piece of
really
shit.
involved in the war, and he was like excited when he found out that Scarpa was like winning it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was like, "Oh, now I got my guy. We got an FBI informant who's going to be running the Colombo crime family.
Yeah.
We could probably take down other families,
Mhm.
the Gambinos,
Yeah.
the
Raviolis.
the tortellini,
The Stromboli family.
the
The ham and
D'Agostino's,
cheese sandwiches.
Have you tried that olive? Come on, you don't like olives? What's wrong? You're making your brother's hot.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to have an Italian president with those names.
Oh my
They're
god!
never going to get one.
Yeah.
You're capping them.
They're never getting one.
Sangiovanni,
No
Giovanni, President Giovanni. Mwah, mwah.
Yeah.
I want to say,
Oh yeah, we got one in your fucking face, dude.
Yeah, you got one. And then we
Yeah.
dealt with him.
yeah.
Yeah, you fucking animals, you jealous pussies.
You know, they can't have it. Let's blow his brains out all over his nice lady friend.
They got one. We don't have one.
Yeah. Let his lady pick up his brains like it's fucking drop bowl of soup. I love soup.
Wasn't
I never got
Obama?
soup when I was a
think-
kid.
I think Obama had a little in him.
You think so?
He counts as
A
our
little
second.
Irish in him?
Yeah, I think he had a little Irish.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
As my great great grandmother used to say, top of the morning. I'll tell you this: I love whiskey. I can drink it.
You remember that DePaula bit where he's like, "My nipples are darker than this guy."
Yeah. Yeah. Jim Norton used to have a great joke about Obama looks like he has burn victim lips. And then he did an act out there like, you couldn't do that in 2019.
Yeah, so the Colombo War dies down. So it's 6 years later. The Persicos had told Cutolo that he was going to be forgiven for backing the wrong side.
So they lied to him. They're like, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
And held a grudge.
yeah.
So they're like, no, come on over. It's cool. It's totally cool.
It is weird. You would think in the course of 6 years you would forget about that stuff, or you know.
Yeah.
But
Has Mike done anything to you guys 6 years ago?
No.
I'm thinking now,
I
dude.
didn't
Did
know.
we make any amends 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I got to watch my door. I'm be like, did Mike apologize for something that I thought was kind of weird out of pocket? Around 2013? I was just cleaned up. I just stopped drinking. I don't know what I did in 2012. I used to smoke inside. You think he's coming for me for that?
He did when I got here say I was moving in on his territory.
Oh, God. He's very...
I was talking Vecchione. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Different WAP.
Now we got to worry. Now I got to worry.
Right.
We're
Yeah,
talking
they do
Vecchione,
teach you.
right?
They teach you to betray people close to you from a young age.
Yeah, they go, do you love your brother more than you love pie? What if I give you more pie?
What if you have a lot of pie? Would
If I give
kill
you a
your
whole
brother?
pie, will you push your brother off a bridge?
What if,
pie.
what if your brother had $20 and you wanted $20?
Yeah, how would you get that $20? Do you think he would just give it to you?
You could tell on him and then get the $20 and he would go away.
However, if you do that, no one will want to play with you ever again.
But you'll have that $20.
But better hold on to that $20. Yeah, that that.
Hey, why do you
sucks.
think I got my brother vaccinated? So he'd keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, you go. Got him.
Is he one of the train fans?
What?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but that just, dude, fucking bringing in, like losing to a guy with AIDS and then realizing he was backed by the FBI. It's got to be a
It's got a
real.
sting.
But then they made cool. They made amends.
They made amends, yeah, and then 6 years later, Bill Jr. and his father had this little routine. Every Wednesday, they would meet at the salon, get manicures. A nice thing about being in the mafia is you get your mornings off.
You really do.
You
You
don't have to
start
wake
when
up
you want to
early.
start.
When you want to start, you're
You get to
self-made.
eat late, which I think is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I
I like
s-
sitting outside. They seem to do a lot of that.
that's all. I mean, how great would that be if there was just a place you could go and your friends would be there.
Just have a real strong cappuccino. Just get all jacked up and talk about TVs that are coming in from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I got a truck coming down 995. They give a pop them.
If you kept it low scale, being in the mob would be sick.
It's just like dealing
Yeah.
drugs.
But then
It
one
looks
guy
it always looks
just
so
ruins
cool. It inevitably gets ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're all idiots.
My roommate was the guy I lived with sold weed in college, and he got too big, and then we got robbed. And you're like, hey, you got too big, you got too greedy.
Oh shit!
He was doing so well for like a year and a half, and he started selling pounds. And you're like, yeah, it's.
Yikes!
Yeah, then where do you keep the money?
I'll tell you where he kept it in a crawl space above the kitchen. And guess who didn't tell the guys that robbed him that? This guy.
You never
Shit,
snitch.
dude.
I didn't fucking snitch.
With a gun in your
Gun.
face?
Yep, 45, right in my fucking face.
Jesus.
Yes.
Tied on the floor.
Dude, good for you.
Yeah. One time I didn't snitch. We were driving past a cop who had pulled someone over. My friend in the back seat yelled "fucking bacon" at the cop, and then the cop stopped pulling that person over and got in his car and chased us. He was that big of a pussy, and he chased us down. And he was like, "You get out!" And he made me get out of the car. And he was like, "Did you fucking just yell at me?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." And he was like, "It came from this side of the car. Did you yell at me?" And in my head, I was like, "All my friends are gonna call me a snitch."
Yeah, it's so
so I
funny.
was like, "No, I didn't." Did it come from this side of the car? I don't know. So it's clearly the guy behind me on that side of the car.
That's not snitching, though.
Yeah, I was not snitching.
That's
He
not
pulls out
snitching.
the
Like,
car
it
and
was
beats the
not
shit out
me.
of him.
I like kind of winked at the cop. I was like, "Come on, you fucking moron, put this together." It was
Yeah.
obviously the guy behind me.
It is kind of funny, the idea of like him just getting his nails done and his daddy's not there.
He goes, Mei Ling, have you seen my dad? She's like, no, not that today. Not that today.
Listen
Yeah.
to me.
Can you put a palm tree on my pinky finger? Can you make my nail look sexy like one of them blacks?
Listen to me, you think?
Yeah.
Where's my
Listen
daddy?
here. All right, where's my daddy? I miss my daddy. My two mommies is at home.
Both my mommies are not here.
He's getting his hair permed. And the seat is empty. Anyway, yeah, so Bill Sr. doesn't show up at the salon, so Bill Jr. beeps him a bunch of times, doesn't answer, goes to his house. He said his truck was, he said someone wiped his truck down with a rag or
Yeah, he
something.
said my father always kept his truck pristine.
Yeah.
Pristine.
Meticulous.
My
Like
daddy
his
had a
cock
great
and balls.
truck.
My daddy's
I
truck
love
went
my daddy's
vroom.
truck.
My daddy's truck went vroom, vroom, vroom.
Oh, I loved sitting in there listening to go boom. I love the trucks.
We listen to Sinatra and driving a big truck, and Daddy's truck will go vroom, vroom, vroom.
Daddy drove me around town in his big truck, and then we killed a bunch of people. Can't believe it went bad.
Did Cutolo Jr. ever kill anybody?
I don't think so.
Did he get any bodies?
But
A kid that does dirt, I'll respect. The son of a mobster that actually does the dirt, gets in the dirt, I'll respect that.
Frank Terranova told me that Gotti Jr. killed a bunch of people.
Really?
Yeah, which you wouldn't really think that hearing him talk and stuff.
Yeah. I think if you're the son of a mobster, you can only get in if you kill someone.
That should be a rule, right?
Should be a rule. Like you can't get in unless you fucking.
I honestly think that's like a cartel and ISIS rule.
Is it really?
Yeah, they kind of make young kids execute people.
Yeah, that's like gang stuff, right?
Yeah.
You gotta
Look what ISIS did. More than the Gambino family.
It's tough to say they didn't do well.
Tell me that organization doesn't fucking move.
Organization did hold up.
Yeah. Listen, they're terrorists. They're pieces of shit.
They had a nice little run.
But mobsters.
Until what happened? Trump bombed the shit out of him.
He goes, I know how to defeat him. I'm not going to tell you.
It ended up it ended up that Trump was right, that he was the best at war.
Yeah. Well, it's also funny because it's like the same way that Obama looked good for getting Osama.
No, this
the same
is different.
way that Trump looks good for getting
Obama
ISIS.
built ISIS, and Trump showed up and said, "Sorry, you're canceled. You're fired.
You're fired.
ISIS, you're fired. Goodbye."
What does that mean? Does the caliphate not stand?
It means I don't respect the Geneva Convention at all.
Waterboarding. Welcome to Donald Trump's water park.
We're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, we're gonna butt fuck you. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take you for a manicure. Your daddy not gonna be there.
Yeah. Wait, did you ever do an episode on Trump Dog and his mob ties?
No.
I'm just thinking.
We kind of did with the fighting and the UFC stuff.
Yeah, but there's a big one there with like
there's
what's
other
his
stuff.
name?
If somebody did any research into that, it would be pretty interesting.
Who was that connection? It was the guy he learned from.
His lawyer was the
Ray Cohen.
Yeah,
Roy Cohen, yeah.
Yeah, Ray Cohen, who is like
Another
mobbed up.
he looks like the
another
mob.
guy who got AIDS from a toilet seat.
Yeah.
He did get AIDS from a toilet. It was a blood
blood
transfusion gone
Is it?
wrong.
Is it?
If you're a hitman with AIDS, you got to use that to your advantage, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
got to
you
be
just-
called the bleeder.
Yeah, like
That right over there.
you went and fucked people.
That's Marty the bleeder Genovese.
Spit in their mouth.
You know what he does? She comes in, he cuts himself, and he hugs you and rubs all over you. You don't know if you got in. It's fucking hell for 15 years.
Send him to kill Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Magic Johnson goes, I'm the one man you can't take down. You should have checked your list. Check it twice. I'm Magic Johnson.
Just shoot him and the bullet bounces off.
He's on his pivot foot.
You picked the wrong man to give AIDS today.
I eat AIDS for breakfast.
He goes, AIDS. What is this, 94? Yeah, that's I didn't know that he had AIDS. Ray Cohen had AIDS.
Yeah.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS.
So good.
Well, they asked Roger Stone about Roy Cohn, and he was like, Roy Cohn is not a homosexual. He's a man who has sex with men. But he's not a gay. Roger Stone said
Yeah.
Roy Cohn's not a homosexual.
I didn't know
He's a
Roger
man
Stone
who likes
was
to.
fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like,
You
he's a
wouldn't think-
political genius, and then you
Yeah.
hear him, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's a moron.
He just says crazy shit.
Yeah, well, it worked.
Yeah.
Well, he said crazy shit in a time when, like, like a friend of mine said this, but he said it in a time when, like, you couldn't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't, like, look something up that somebody said.
Oh, yeah.
You just
You can
believe
lie.
people's lies.
Oh, the golden age.
So Daddy, he saw his truck. It's dirty. He knows
Truck's
Daddy
dirty.
keeps a clean truck.
Daddy keeps it.
Daddy wasn't there. I was getting my legs clean. Daddy wasn't there.
So from the beginning, Bill Jr. suspects that this guy Jackie DeRoss was the one who killed his father. Jackie DeRoss was a former friend of Cutolo Sr., and that's what the mob does. They use your best friends to murder you. So that night they're playing. There's a poker game. Bill Sr.'s not there, and Jackie's now. All these guys lie, like so you can't really believe anything that they say. But Jackie sits in Bill's chair and he goes, "Hey, Bill, did you talk to your father today?" And he was like, "I felt like I got punched in the chest."
Yeah, what a weird way to kill your friend and then be like, hey, did you talk to my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Well, he was like
honestly,
gloating that he killed his dad.
It's funny saying you got punched in the chest.
Why?
It's got to feel way worse than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever been punched in the chest and be like, I feel like my dad's best friend murdered him. and then taunted me that night.
In an organized and secret fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy rubbed a dirty cloth over my dad's truck.
They have assigned seating. What's that
Yeah.
all about?
Of course they do.
Yeah, they're kids.
is my chair. I get the big chair.
The music went off and I sat down. That's why this is my chair. The music is playing again.
Did he confront him? We
Of
know. I
course
watched the
not.
documentary.
He's a sissy. He ran out crying.
Yeah.
Well, he girl ran outside.
He goes, where's crying Bill going?
He's off again. Oh God damn it, he's crying
God
again.
Damn it, I don't know. He asked for fucking turkey. I brought ham. You know him. His fucking flies off the goddamn handle. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he confronted Jackie DeRoss on the street, and he was like, he almost shot him, but then he didn't. I guess he got scared. Then a couple later that night, he went to go kill Alley Boy Persico. Was parked outside his house. Saw him leave the house, and then I guess he saw a picture of his wife and son in his on his in his rearview mirror.
Right.
And he was like, I can't do this. I'll ruin my kid's life.
Right.
That's such a thing you say after you snitch.
Yeah.
You go, what made it happen? You go, I'm not going to
miracle.
believe this. The light reflected off my son's face. His son's probably an even bigger dick.
Actually, his son could be the man. That's where there's that sophomore slump.
True.
Yeah.
Second year, your kid's a pussy.
Son comes up.
Yeah.
Son could be like, yo, my
Goes
dad was
up and
gay
down.
as shit. I'm here to fuck shit up.
Grandpa was a killer. I'm a killer.
Yeah, dude.
MMA fighter.
Mhm.
Right.
Or owns a body shop.
Or like a mass shooter, maybe.
Oh.
That would be the ultimate.
Yeah.
If he wanted to avenge his
got a bigger
grandfather,
body
he
count.
could fucking school shoot.
Yeah, he goes, let me take it to the schools.
Those are these paisanos. I gotta kill all of
He
you.
shoots up an Olive Garden.
He goes, I did it for you, Grandpa. I'm Wild Bill, too. So he doesn't kill him. He just
Yeah.
sits outside.
doesn't-
Yeah, he remembers
doesn't
the
kill Alley
WAP
Boy.
math, right? One coming for
Right.
every one.
Oh,
there's
yeah. He
two
goes,
that come back.
that's when I remembered. Yeah.
The times tables.
2 times 2 wops.
He goes, I'll listen to the lessons of my father. Just fucking, he Jedi is.
Yeah, they just a blue
Listen.
ghost is
Yeah.
standing there.
He goes, remember, kid, kill 2, 4 come back.
And there's 4 of them.
If you kill 1, 2 will come back.
If you kill 1, 1 comes back. It's an interesting thing. That's the interesting thing about the times tables.
It's like fractions.
If you kill 0, it's always 0.
Yeah, he goes 0, 0. And by the way, if you kill 4, you get, I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. He
Goes
stops
up
after
almost.
3. 3 is 9. 4 gets cloudy.
3's tough.
1 times 1, 1 comes back.
Just 1.
We'll get into fractions later. So yeah, he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. And then he's like, how can I get revenge? He misses his dad. He's like, how can I get revenge? And then a couple weeks later, some FBI guys approach him. He's watering his plants outside
with his tears,
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah. With his-
By the way, when he
his
went to
freaking
kill that
waterworks.
guy, he definitely did the pussy shit of like, oh god, put the gun in his own mouth. He's like, I'm a pussy.
stupid.
Or he did the super psycho thing where, yeah, put the gun in his mouth and he went, oh yeah.
I wish he did that.
Looks
Then
like
he'd
Bill.
be the man.
He goes, looks like Bill Jr. just found the gear he didn't have.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Definitely, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. So
He's watering his plants.
he's watering his plants. The FBI approaches and they say, don't you want to know what happened to your dad? And then he decides his father's memory is more important than the mob's code of silence, and
That's
he agrees to
a lie.
cooperate with the
That
feds.
is a lie. That is a lie. The FBI showed up and he went, I would love to work with you.
Also,
I was just thinking we got to collab on
this
something.
guy's free and out right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I think he's a great guy.
I think he's awesome.
I don't want to keep tarnishing this
yeah.
guy's name.
You know
right
what? His
now.
father was a killer. His son's probably a great man.
I bet in honor to redeem himself, he could kill some fucking gay podcasters.
What?
The guy listening
Right.
to this, if this got in the pussy's hands
Mhm.
and he heard this,
Mhm. He'd come after. I mean, I was respectful the whole time. I think.
I was just
He'd
joking.
come
I was
after-
doing shtick.
I was
Come after
joking.
you
Yeah.
guys.
I was doing shtick.
You're doing like a Rickles thing, you
Yeah,
know?
we were just
He
kidding.
was busted.
Yeah, this guy's definitely tough and cool.
This guy's, he was in the mob, dude.
Yeah,
Or he
love the
probably
mob.
likes it. Maybe he's like a little pay. He's like a little pay pig, and he likes being made fun
He
of.
goes, ooh, did this get to a comedy podcast yet? I bet there's some good riffing.
It is funny. There are like YouTube comments where they're like, "Oh, you're a big man with your jokes. You wouldn't say that to their face, would
No,
you?"
not at all.
it's probably them.
Like,
It's
no.
probably them on YouTube. Like, I bet you wouldn't do that to his face.
They got glasses on the edge of their nose and in a jail fucking.
He's in his den in
A
Boca
jail.
Raton in some ranch, just like
He goes, hey, come here, Jacob. What does that say?
He says you're a fat guinea. He goes,
You would say that to my fucking face.
I'll kill you. Kill you. Does he read that? Is he going to read that?
Oh, it's got one dislike. God damn it.
He goes, not unless he's a very sad man. He won't read these comments unless he is really searching for odd affirmation.
So Cutolo just goes to the FBI, or the FBI came to him?
They came to him, and then, so he starts wearing a wire. For about 18 months, he starts wearing a wire.
That's a long time
Which
to
is
wear a wire.
crazy. Like, wouldn't you just wear a wire for like 3 times instead of 100, it said?
Well, you need a lot. I think you need a lot of stuff to build a case.
So Cutolo is working with.
How come you guys don't make fun of like the cartels, though, the way you make fun of the mafia?
I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. No hablo, dude.
Yeah. If I heard half the shit they said, I'd bend it against them.
No, I do respect their Ed Hardy fucking jeans.
Yeah.
Crazy button
you
down.
mean how they all dress like Pitbull?
Yeah. I love the cartels, by the way. And also the cartels don't fuck it. They just behead a town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right,
I respect that. They're not like I'm
farmers.
I'm gonna kill one person and then I'm gonna tell on myself.
I don't know.
I shouldn't have done that.
They
Please
dump
help me.
bodies in the center of town, and they're like, "Anybody got any questions?"
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, we put the dick of every farmer in his own mouth and then beheaded everyone and just sent the heads to the town.
So you guys are good with what we're trying to say.
We're going to decide what happens from now on, right?
Yeah, it's like a Chopped episode where they're like, yeah, it's our version of a Colombian necktie.
That's so funny.
You think there's anyone's like,
Or there's
what
just
does
an
this
ad,
mean?
There's an ad firm that they're like, I'm glad you guys called me. Here's something that we can do that can be effective.
You know what would be a great marketing ploy?
If you took a bunch of innocent farmers, murdered them, cut their cocks off, put it in their mouths, put them in the center of town. I'm saying we did this with season 2 of Punisher. It worked.
And it went through the roof.
It went through the work. I'm just telling you right now. When I used to work on Glee for Fox.
They're not listening. Like, just imagine coming to a guy and be like, the town's not listening to us. What should we do?
He goes, free ice cream?
Free ice cream. We tried it. It melted. It's fucking melted. It's fucking
Mexico.
hot down here.
Guadalajara gets to 103. Ice cream's a bad idea.
So
He
after
goes,
ice cream, what we decided to do was hang
Pools?
everyone.
He goes, ooh, you know what we could do? And I'm just going to throw this out there. Could we burn school teachers alive? Is that a marketing ploy? You think that would be the right kind of ploy?
Yeah, that's why we respect the cartels. The
Mhm.
WAPs just kill one guy and are like, I'm so
Right.
sorry.
And
I
face
got-
tattoos.
Face tattoos.
Oh, and spider webs. They like spider webs.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
terrifying.
Mm. What do they do with spider webs?
Just put it on their elbows.
Put them everywhere.
If you see a spider web on an elbow.
The Mexicans are they're into spooky stuff like spider webs and fucking gatos negros, dude. Black cats
It's always
everywhere.
Halloween around.
Ghosts, yeah.
It's always Halloween. It's always the Day of the Dead down there.
It's so funny when you take such dangerous men and you boil them down to their silly thing that they're like, oh, you guys like spooky Halloween.
Skulls and skeletons and spider webs.
I want to murder the town, but also I'm scared of werewolves.
Very scary.
Yeah, Dracula's scary.
Didn't you just murder a man?
Yeah.
Yes, I murdered
I
a bunch.
cut his head off and put a bomb in it.
And they go, but
You
what
don't need tattoos.
Yeah.
You do not need one tattoo. What
do
you
so-
did speaks for itself.
You do so much tattoo work outside of having tattoos. So Cutolo just goes to the FBI.
He just goes to the FBI. He's wearing a wire for about 18 months. But there was also a point where that guy, Jackie DeRoss, right, his father's friend, he comes over to the house and he's like, hey, you guys can't say anything about your father's murder. Don't let anybody know that you're unhappy about your dad's murder. And Cutolo's picking it up on the
Really?
microphone. Yeah.
So he got that guy. So he's like, that guy. That had to have been such a good day for him.
Yeah.
Because he's like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Well, he said to his sister, he was like, you got a couple kids, right? Like what if something happened to him? Like he goes and threatens the family of the guy, of the former best friend. You do kind of have to respect.
Yeah,
respect
I respect
it
a
little
lot
bit.
of the gall to just be,
Yeah.
you want your whole family to get fucking murdered by us?
Dude, it's so
Yeah.
funny getting out of your car to
So-
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, do I have my keys? All right, cigarettes? All right. Let me go threaten my best friend. To show you.
phone. Got it.
Ding, ding. You're like, Robin, want to talk to you real quick. I'm going to fucking kill you if you even fucking say my name.
God, it's hot out.
God bless.
The
You
weather
guys, still
today.
got that great veranda? Can we go out there for some iced teas? So he goes over there and just gets caught on the wire.
He gets caught on the wire. Yeah, so Cutolo was like, yeah, he dug his own grave.
Yeah, so then he just gave that.
Incriminated him. He
to-
gave that to the FBI. So Then so after he gets after he gathers all the evidence, he's building a case, and he's got to tell his family because he's about to go into witness protection. He's got to tell his family. So Thanksgiving dinner, he sits everybody down, and he says, guys, I've been working for the FBI for 18 months. I'm trying to get revenge for Dad, and
Yeah.
you guys want to say what you guys want to say how his family reacted?
Probably
None too pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably weren't like, that's a very responsible and measured approch to this entire situation. Oh, not in front of Mom! Now she's gonna know that you pee sitting down.
Oh, everybody in his family just was like, well, you're a pussy?
Oh
Right.
my God, my Uncle Bobby's a fangool.
They should
Uncle
have killed him.
Billy.
They should have killed him to restore honor to
They
their family
threatened
name.
his
should've.
family too, which is funny. They're like, "What are you, a pussy?"
Yeah,
it's like
so
their
funny.
lives.
Yeah.
His family threatened his family.
No, like where he's like, it would be a shame if something happened to your family, your kids, and it's like he goes and tells them that he's wearing a wire.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, God damn it. What are you doing?
No, he told his own family he was wearing a wire.
Right. That's what I'm saying though. Is
Yeah.
like,
They got threatened,
Yeah.
and then he went and told them that he was going to help
Like,
them
hey,
out.
you know that
Yeah.
thing you just got threatened for?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm going to solve it. And they're like, don't solve it because it's a fake code that a guy that didn't want to get told on made up.
yeah.
Yeah. It was a guy that's like, no one tell on me. You're a very bad man if you ever tell on me. And they're like, okay. And then everyone was just getting fucked over. And they're like, but the guy said we can't tell
Yeah.
nobody.
Well, that kind of influenced his decision to wear the wire because he was like, "Oh, they fed my dad this like bullshit his whole life," and he believed it.
Yeah, sure.
That's what he said after he
Right.
Did it.
I mean, that guy.
Again, these are all things that he was like, what do I say when I do this
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same reaction
It's-
that you do
yeah.
whenever you do something you know you shouldn't do.
Uh-huh.
When you do it, you're like, well, I did it because of this.
Yeah.
I had reasons.
Mhm.
It's like baseball players snitching on people for using steroids after
Yeah.
they used it. It's like,
Mhm.
you stink.
Yeah, you fucking.
I mean, yeah, you cheated, but don't fucking ruin it for all the other cool cheaters.
Yeah.
Hitting
Right.
home runs.
Right.
Barry Bonds didn't. He went down like a G.
Didn't snitch.
You think he was kind of like that wasn't cool that he snitched?
Who?
No.
Cutolo.
Yeah, no.
You
You
think it-
lost.
Yeah.
All right,
You played the
it's
game, you
good that
lost.
he snitched,
Yeah.
but he's still a pussy. Well, no, he's not.
Not
He's
good
great.
for him.
He's great if he's listening to this. I'm glad you did what you did. You did the right thing, sir.
Listen,
Yeah.
he got his revenge in the best way possible. He freed
Yeah.
himself to have a life with his family,
Mhm.
and he got rid of the guys that murdered his father.
His family that now totally
But
respects him as a man.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
he had
whatever
to
their
start,
new
he had to
last
start
name
hitting his
is.
whole family just to get everyone back on board.
Well,
He's
now
a
his,
fucking
his family doesn't talk to him.
really.
Yeah. Like the whole family kind of like wrote him off.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Christmas, your Christmas budget just got bigger.
Yeah, man. Now you get to chill.
Yeah.
He's just a lone wolf, dude. Just chilling by
Dude, if
himself
I had an
now.
Italian mob family that I didn't like, I'd just snitch.
Yeah.
I just take out the biggest one. I'd be like, yeah, snitch on you guys, so I don't want to call you. Bye. Bye. You're all
Oh,
unbearable.
man. It's got to be tough now with the internet on witness protection.
Yeah.
right.
Getting up there with like his Instagram. I bet that.
Do you think he's
snitch
allowed
wop has
one?
Yeah,
an
you just
Instagram.
find him.
I
you
bet
just-
it's tough to keep it away from him.
Sure.
He's gonna want to get on there, man. Instagram's fun.
right.
I don't know, look
He's
it
just
up.
tweeting at Cardi B or something.
He
You're
gets
so
caught.
beautiful.
He
He
goes,
gets caught on an Instagram models page, being like beautiful
He goes,
ass.
oh,
Yeah.
One of the
Smiley
wops,
face,
one of the
smiley
wops
face.
still in the game. He's like,
He's like,
that's
oh,
that
Bella.
motherfucker right there.
oh, Bella,
Oh,
Bella.
that is
Oh, you Bella.
beautiful. Can you please call me?
Yeah, here's
Check
my
your
motivation.
DMs. Check your
DMs,
Yeah,
I'm
what
a
is-
very powerful man.
I wonder if they catfish these morons in witness protection. That's a good move for the wops.
Yeah.
Catfish the snitches.
Yeah.
Just be like, where are you? And then show up with a string to
Oh, that's
choke
not a
him
bad
with.
idea.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they should have catfish.
Make him sleep with the catfishes.
Make him sleep with the
Found him.
What, on social media?
Yeah.
No.
If that's him, dude, I am not talking shit. He's a
You found
jacked
his
wop.
Instagram?
Yeah.
That's all right, guys. I'll talk to him for you.
Bill Cutolo Jr. Yeah, I found him.
I'll
Please
put in a
talk him
word.
down for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I found it.
Yeah, that was easy.
That means somebody. See, that's why I don't like to trash talk these people, because someone's gonna let him know that we did an episode on him. He's gonna listen to it.
I think he's a great guy. I think he's jacked.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll find the humor in.
Yeah.
He's got one post. He's got one post, and it's his torso.
He's got 3
Getting back
posts.
into my passions: training people, diets, massage therapists, bartending, and now add writing to the list.
I got to be honest. I could have told you every one of his passions.
You could have guessed.
Old WAP, easy.
I was going to
Easy.
guess Giants or Jets.
Definitely
Jets.
Yeah, he strikes me.
Jets.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love that he goes, I don't shit on this guy at all on the podcast.
Yeah, we bring up that he likes the Jets.
I'm
He's a fucking
respectful.
loser. Yeah. I'm respectful of these guys.
Oh man.
Listen, dude, the mob's a crazy shit, but drug dealing, cartels, anything, fucking mob, if you get involved, you got to just be down to do the work. And that's what the old school mobsters, what I respect about them. It's
Right.
like, I'm going to fucking murder, I'm going to steal, but if I get caught, I fucking live with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, do the time.
That's why his whole family turned on him because they're like, man, fuck you. You wanted to do this job and you wanted to be this thing. And
Yeah,
now
you had that community college degree. You could have been anything.
you could have been a Circle K manager.
So what do you do if they kill your dad and you want revenge?
I tried.
Do you
I've
kill
been,
him?
I've been waiting on Bacardi.
I guess. Yeah.
I've been plotting it against Bacardi for 21 years. I'm gonna count a Monte Cristo. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for it. No, I think I think you kill him.
Oh,
I think you fucking kill the guy that killed your dad. If you're gonna be a mobster,
Yeah, but you're
Be
not
a-
allowed to do that because then they'll kill you.
so you
can't
wait.
break the rules.
So you wait.
Wait
Yeah.
another 6 years.
Or you take it on the
Yeah.
chin.
yeah.
And
Oh,
don't snitch.
that's your new dad
Right.
now.
Yeah, it's my new daddy. I call him daddy because he strangled my daddy.
Yeah,
That's-
you take
So he's my daddy now.
Yeah, that's how daddies work.
you
Daddies.
lose your dad, but you have like 3 gold tracksuits,
It's pretty
and
badass.
everybody else only has 1.
Yeah, I'm sure there's. Yeah, or how do they not kill him too?
Who?
Yeah.
Right. The
Like
son,
the son.
they,
Kill
they
the
know he's
dad. You
angry.
have to
They're
kill the
taunting
son.
him at the club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's reckless on their half. You guys got to be like,
Yeah.
we got to wipe him
Of
You
out.
got to
course
take the
he
whole
snitched.
family out, right?
You really
Another Donald Trump, great Donald Trump point.
love it.
The families of ISIS.
I actually, you know what, dude? If they want to ISIS, we'll fucking kill their whole families.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing with communism too. I mean, it's like you only want to kill your enemies, but they all have families and kids. So what do you know?
Yeah.
And then you end up killing all of Ukraine.
And what did we learn?
You end up, starving Ukraine. accidentally.
What did we learn about through this episode? 2, you kill 2 people. 4
Exactly.
people come back.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I bet Bill Cutolo Jr. could fuck our shit up. I bet
He's
he'd come,
jacked,
I
dude.
bet he'd come in here and wreck shit.
He'd be oiled up. We'd be
beats up the
sliding
4
right
of
off
us.
of him.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
he
he doesn't even beat you up. He just trains you hard enough where you didn't want to die.
yeah, you go, Bill, I didn't know we were going to do super circuits.
Is he in New York?
Yeah.
Where's this
I
guy?
don't know.
He's in New York?
Well, he's in witness protection, so he just beats up the 4 of us, and Frankie leaves with him.
Yeah. Frankie starts
His
licking,
new dad.
Frankie starts licking his face.
Yeah.
What's up?
But they never found Bill Sr.'s body until October 2008. So he did all this stuff in the late 90s, and then they found his dad's body in October 2008. He had been wrapped in a tarp and buried near the train tracks in Long Island.
Still wearing his Italian loafers.
Oh,
Really?
man.
That's what it said in the Wikipedia.
Hey,
Interesting.
Frankie, what are you barking at? Snitches outside? Do you only have him trained to bark for snitches?
What did he train to bark at, Mike?
Danger. He's trained to bark at danger.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah.
That's your word for them? Yeah, dude. So that's pretty crazy. How did they find his dad's body?
The guy who dug the hole cooperated.
Really?
And gave it up. Yeah.
So they wouldn't have found it unless that guy another guy ratted.
There probably would have been like some family having a picnic or something.
Yeah, or just some
you
kid
know?
walking along the tracks and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, look, Roddy, there's a shoe in another." Oh my God, is that Bill Cutolo? Is that wild Bill Cutolo?
It's a fucking dago.
Ah, man, another buried Italian.
Just let them, dude. They fertilize so much. Wops. That's one contribution they've done for this country.
What?
Great fertilizer. There's just buried.
Right.
There's just dead idiots everywhere in the ground.
Worm food.
Yeah, baby. Delicious.
Worm food.
They all
Delicious
turn into
worm
olive
food.
trees.
Yeah, I mean, all of they dude, that's so funny.
They're like buried under olive
If you
trees.
just see olive trees and you're like, "There's a dead Italian man." And you go over to Brooklyn. There's this like the East River just growing out of the water. Like, oh my God. Hey, Frankie, what are you eating?
Just in every black church, there's an olive tree.
Yeah,
I do want to go back to that. That's pretty great. The ghosts of all those Italians must be furious.
Furious.
In that new
Yeah.
black
that they're
church.
doomed to walk around in a black church.
Oh, that's their least favorite thing.
They go, God damn, they're dancing, but these people drink grape drink. They're taking all the grapes out of Italy. I thought I liked wine. I thought I liked wine. These mullions.
That's how they make grape juice.
Yeah.
The grape drink, black people crip walk in a bucket of grapes.
Wipe their shoe off. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry we mocked your entire.
No, that's okay. You got to get
culture.
the other. You got to get the other side sometimes.
What is normally this pro WAP?
No, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
They do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It
what?
is cool.
Name 3 cool things that we do.
Kill each other. That's number 1. Get rid of each other.
Yep.
Pasta's great.
Yeah.
And SpaghettiOs.
Great.
You can eat them out of the can.
That's 4th.
I don't know if the listener knows that.
Big shout out,
You
Chef
don't even have to
Boyardee.
fucking heat them up. You can open the can and just eat SpaghettiOs.
Big shout
And
out.
it's so good. You
Chef
can get some
Boyardee.
tin, some iron taste. in there.
Antonio Ravioli.
Yeah, you got the Ravioli family, the
Boyardee.
powerful Boyardee family.
You know he was a captain in the Boyardee family. You understand? He was a capo. He was right under the chef. He was the sous chef in the Boyardee family. I'm just a line cook. I'm a simple guy.
But yeah, they called his wife and they said he called his wife and he said they found Daddy. And then to this day,
I
obviously,
always love when
there's still
tough
a
men
price
call
on
their
his
fathers
head.
daddy.
They found Daddy. My mom always referred to my dad as Daddy. It
There's
was
a
kinda-
price on his head right now.
Yeah,
Your mom called your dad daddy.
yeah. She always referred to him as Daddy. Yeah,
She was a
but
good.
he's just an accountant.
yeah.
allegedly.
Well, not just an accountant.
He
But
was
yeah,
also
he said
daddy.
he said that he was proud to break the cycle because his son is not in the life now. I wonder what he does. I wonder what he does now. I wonder what Bill Cutolo III
He's
is
a
up to.
fucking
Personal
jack.
trainer, and he's a
No,
fucking,
that's the dad. That's Bill Jr.
Oh, you're
Bill
saying
number 2.
Oh, you're saying what the kid does. There was
You
a picture
found-
of him in the doc playing Little League Baseball, so he's probably a pitcher somewhere or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what usually
Going to
that's what
school?
everybody. That's what happens to everybody who plays Little League.
All right.
still playing.
He's got one.
All right.
How
Yeah,
dare you.
thanks, man.
Who's follow? Yeah. All right. Anyway, guys, any plugs?
I just want to say, listen to the BonFire. It's very pro everything. Sirius XM, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 95, Monday through Thursday with me and Big J Okerson, DanSoder.com for all live dates.
Hell yeah.
I love you, Mikey.
Wow. ShaneMGillis.com. Built a bad website. I won't update the dates for another 6 months, but
I don't update my
I
dates
did it
either.
yesterday, so they're on there. And then Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Yeah, download it.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be in Detroit the weekend of August 9th, doing some shows out there. And guys, kick us a few bucks on Patreon if you want. Sitdownpod@gmail.com, Twitter, Instagram, sitdownpod, and
Rate us 5 stars on iTunes, yeah.
yeah, write and review, subscribe
Yeah.
on iTunes. Thank you very much. God bless.
God bless.
Bye bye.
Don't tell on your friends.